We got a couple more topics. We want to talk about, let's see.
The Fat Joe situation.
Fat Joe? Okay, let's do that. So recently, Fat Joe, had a court case with legendary late great rapper Big Pun's wife, Liza Rios. And, it's been over the years, she's been complaining a lot about how she felt like she was owed money over Big Pun's music and stuff like that. Over the years, Fat Joe has said he's given her money. I remember him once saying that he did give her like $1 million and she squandered the money. She wasted it. So supposedly, when they finally got to court here recently, they asked Fat Joe to prove that he gave her this $1 million, and he ain't had no proof.
Dang.
So it's like, dude, come on, man. You've been leading us on all this time. Now I ain't going to hate on Fat Joe. I don't hate you, but don't say no shit like that. That's a big statement to say you gave somebody $1 million. You ain't saying like I gave her $500 one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
$1 million? I heard him specifically
I
say
gave her
that
some
shit.
snacks and told her, I told her to go to McDonald's
Right.
tell her to give everything she wanted at the menu.
Right.
I'm going to go to the bathroom and be right back.
I'll be right back.
She ordered the shake. I told her not to order the shake. I told her not to order the shake because that was up with the budget.
Right. Don't add no cheese on the sandwiches. You know what I mean? Anything plain. You can get 40 cheeseburgers. I mean 40 hamburgers, but no cheese.
No cheese on
cheese. I mean,
cheese killing me, man.
But
$60 now what $1.30 a pop? Killing me.
But
right back.
But supposedly, at the end of the case, it was proven supposedly that Fat Joe did use some of Big Pun's money, and now he has to pay Liza Rios $4 million.
So
yeah,
I'm actually happy for her. I'm glad that it gives some closure. I mean, he probably owed them more money.
You think so?
Be realistic.
Like with interest or some shit?
I mean, shoot, the man's been dead when he died, like
2000?
Yeah, he got out. He came out.
No, it was either 2000 2001, one of those.
Yeah, I think it was 2001.
Okay.
No. It was 2000.
Okay.
It was 2000.
Either way.
Yeah, but either way, you know what I'm saying? Like, this man been dead, and then on top of that, he been fighting with, he been, y'all been strong, whatever situation y'all was in, like, man, shoot, the man ended up, him and Fat Joe ended up chasing Jay-Z down.
Right.
And throwing champagne bottles. Like they would ride or die for real.
Yeah.
And like my mans couldn't look out for the, you know what I'm saying?
I heard Big Pun cracked Jay-Z over the head with like a bottle or something. You know what I mean?
They said Big Pun on play.
Yeah, man.
Even Prodigy was like, Big Pun was like, man, look here, man. He said, you see this? He said, man, like Pun had all these guns and had all these guns. I said, look, man, and you ain't got your gun. I said, don't you ever walk up in here with no shit. Man, I've been hanging with Pun. I was more careful, you know what I'm saying? And then Nori, I think, no, not Nori. Who Kid? DJ Who Kid was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to do my Who Kid voice, but that nigga Pun wild, son. You know what I'm saying? I was in the car. And I was like, yo, man, I did something. I forgot what he did. I think he did some type of, it was like a diss, not necessarily a diss, but I think he played some track or something.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
And like, yo, Big Pun kidnapped his ass.
Right.
And he's like, look, man, I live this life for real. Like, he said, yeah, man, like, Pun, man, like, yo, this nigga was mafioso for real. Yeah, like, all this shit. As soon as I got all this stuff and got his tapes and the money, I got the fuck on, man. I got on and left. So yeah, I mean,
hey, Who Kid ain't playing,
Yeah, shout out to Who Kid. I'm sorry I booked you.
I did hear something about that. Seemed like I heard something like they tried to catch Who Kid one time and he ran But then the second time they found him, and
Yeah.
Big Pun grabbed him up and, like you said, threw him in a van or something. And kidnapped him.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, that's crazy as fuck, yo.
Oh man,
Big Pun was crazy, man.
Oh wow, son, shoot. But that's what I'm saying, man. Like but I'm thankful that she got that. I hope that I'll be able to help out her son, who's a dope MC, Chris Rivers.
Chris Rivers, yeah.
Chris Rivers. I hope that helps him out because he's incredible.
That's what I've been trying to find out. You know, why his son's last name is Rivers, but his last name was Rios, and the wife's last name was Rios. So it's like, you know, what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
You know, did he just have a issue with his pops and, you know, just said, I don't want that name or something? You know, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But who knows?
But yeah, man, I'm happy for him on that front. Like I said, I think Fat Joe would have been able to, you know what I'm saying, he may not have to done that if he just maybe like took care of them after Pun died. You know what I'm saying? They could at least like, look, man, we'll take care of you. I may not be able to do all this, but I'll be able to take care of you. You know, have some type of agreement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't. Yeah.
I mean, you know, and I feel like Fat Joe's definitely wrong if he was lying about all that money and whatnot. But to a certain degree, I agree with what he was saying, because over the years, Fat Joe's argument has always been, this lady just wants me to be a charity case to her so that she can just live free for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's not my job to just fund your whole lifestyle just because you were married to Pun.
Mm-hmm.
So to that degree, I get it.
Yeah.
But if there was really monies owed, then yeah, you definitely should give that to her. Now, according to Fat Joe, another thing that he said he did was he signed over the rights to some of Pun's music, or either some or all of it, back in like the early 2000s, directly to her, so that, you know, if any money was to be gained from that, it would go directly to her.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe that's why he felt like,
well, look, I've done it.
you know, I've done so much, yeah. So, but who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe she didn't know what to do with the music. You know what I mean? Maybe she just didn't know how to, you know, make sure she got paid off of it. Because I mean, yeah, you can still get paid off of that music.
And that's the thing too. It's really kind of hard to, you know, when you got Big Pun, artists like Big Pun and Biggie, they only had like a couple years bodies of work. Well, more so Big Pun than like Biggie, because I will say Biggie did have like some stuff that he was working with the underground and stuff before he became a bad boy and all that stuff. So, but you know what I'm saying, like with Pun, you know what I'm saying, his catalog was kind of limited, but he was amazing. You know, he was amazing talent for the time he was here.
Right.
So
definitely an amazing talent, man. So I just, you know, I want to hear what Fat Joe got to say now that the court case is over, you know, because he hasn't really spoke out. I know Whack 100 has kind of thrown his hat in the game, because basically he's saying that he's helped the wife, Liza Rios.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she was trying to get a deal to do a documentary on Big Pun.
Yeah.
And so supposedly Whack 100 kind of helped her with some of his connections and got her a deal to do that. And so he's been kind of talking junk about Fat Joe, like, yeah, you wrong, you stole this lady money and she was homeless and all of that. And I mean, I'm sorry, if you homeless and just because you waiting on some money, and you ain't trying to go out there and work and actually, you know, work a job, that's on you. Now, yeah, he might owe you some money, but for this and not use your skills to the best of your ability, I hope that's not what she was doing. You know what I mean? Because some people will do that. I've known people like that. They're like, I'm not going to put no effort into a job because the government owe me money, and I'm just going to wait and wait so they can give me cut me a bigger check. And I don't know, I just can't do that, man. I'm not willing to risk my life just so that.
Good idea to me. I'm gonna sit down there, wait on this reparation check.
Right.
I'm gonna sit.
Government gonna give me my reparations one of these days.
My shit.
Yeah, I can't do it, man. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, I guess we can move on to our last topic. But y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments. You know, the whole Fat Joe owing her $4 million and, you know, not having the proof that he had given her $1 million years ago. Because my thing is, even if, let's say, you don't have a receipt or something, you can at least say, you can look at my bank statement at that same day. You can see I withdrew $1 million, or I withdrew, you know, $500,000 here, $500,000, something. And if you didn't have none of that, bro, and if you say something like I gave her $1 million in cash, you know, then that was foolish of you.
Yeah.
I would never give nobody $1 million in cash.
Nah, you give me a check.
Yeah, if I'm gonna give you something, it's gonna be a legal transaction.
And if you fuck around with me so much, it might be a post-dated check.
Right.
Look, don't cash it. Don't cash it now.
Right.
Wait till Thursday.
Right.
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. I don't see that nigga for 3 weeks.
Yo, the check the check ain't clear. Look.
I forgot all about that, baby. I got you next week. Yeah, man, that's a trip, man.
Oh, shit.
Well, anyway, I guess we can jump into this last topic. You know, concerning the Freaknik documentary, you know, Mark Lamont Hill made some statements lately that's been kind of buzzing all over the place. And I didn't care for it myself, you know, but, you know, I hope y'all, you know, are able to listen to this clip and, you know, get a feel for what he said. But basically, here's my take on it. You know what I mean? He said, you know, he feels like most of the issues with Freaknik were not the women, but it was the men. Men who were doing things like assaulting women, fondling women without, basically he's saying you were doing shit without permission. You know, he said it was a whole bunch of rape culture. I mean, come on, man. Those are strong words, you know what I mean? And you're basically taking all the weight off of the women and putting it on the men. Like women were just out there dressed like nuns, and men were just coming up to me and grabbing them. Show me your pussy, bitch.
Show me some titties.
Yeah.
There's some holes in this house. There's some holes in this house.
Exactly.
There's some holes in this house. There's some holes in this house. That's how they get a church clap.
I don't know, man, but from what I know about Freaknik, it wasn't nothing like that. No. Women were out there being as loose as they could, just like them old Girls Gone Wild tapes. You know, women are out there just trying to cut loose. Now, I get it, men might have been grabbing them up and groping them, but it wasn't anything that wasn't prompted by what these women were doing.
Well, that's the thing, too. There were women that did that, but they make it like all the women were doing that.
Right.
All the men were doing that.
Right.
No, there was only particular types of men and women that did that. Those that felt confident and, you know, with themselves, they did that type of stuff. But not every person that went there to, you know, yeah, I'm just going to go over here, you know, just to, you know what I'm saying? It was a, you know what I'm saying? For them, it was more like a festival. You know what I'm saying? Not
exactly.
Like you know what I'm saying? Or it's like a big ass party, so we just going to check it out.
Yeah.
But then, like you said, if you have a woman over there bent over and the guy up there spreading the butt cheeks over him like a can of biscuits, and she letting them do it, like,
right.
What? I mean, would you?
I mean, you. This is all about heavy drinking, alcohol, smoking, and that type of stuff. And you know what people are. When they are drinking, they're trying to cut loose. They're trying to do excessive stuff. And so I'm not trying to say that no woman ever got raped at Freaknik. It probably did happen. But I'm saying the overall experience was women cutting loose and men cutting loose. You know, everybody was just trying to have a good time. Yeah. And so if a man saw that a woman was willing to show her assets, like if she was pulling up her shirt, look at my titties. He might come over and join in, like, oh, okay, those are nice. He might touch them, you know. Or if she pulled her pants down and showed her butt, he might be like, oh, that's a nice butt touching. You know what I mean? He wasn't doing nothing that wasn't kind of prompted, you know. And then there was no, you ain't gonna find no Freaknik video where a woman is like, stop, you're hurting me. I don't want you to touch me.
You know,
right.
Like them too. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. So, you know, I'm just saying, man, don't act like these women is innocent, man. You know what I mean? Because if a man did the same thing, if he walked down the street with his dick out and a woman came up and grabbed it, you know what I mean? You're not gonna be mad at the woman. You're gonna say, well, he shouldn't have pulled it out. You know what I mean? You put it out there, so she took advantage. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm just saying that there was the same amount of guilt on both parts, is what I'm saying.
There was some women that did that shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you ain't hearing that nigga say,
yeah. Right.
She touched my dick.
Right.
Oh, I'm gonna get you.
She took advantage of me.
Nah, dude, like,
right, like, yeah, do it.
She know what it is.
Right.
She know what it is.
So, you know, I'm just saying, I just think that Mark Lamont Hill was wrong for what he said, you know, because you can't use excessive words like assault and rape culture and stuff like that, you know, when there was no overall rape culture. Yeah, I'm sure there might have been some girls who got raped. I mean, that's just, I don't think that should have happened. But I'm just saying, not every girl that was out there showing her titties and her butt was getting raped. You know what I mean? They wanted to get that attention, just like the girls on Wild. You know what I mean? If a guy comes up to you with a camera and says, I'm filming for a documentary called Girls Gone Wild, show me your titties, and you do it, does that mean he assaulted you? No. You took advantage of that moment. You wanted to be on camera. You wanted some spotlight, and you got it. You know what I mean? Just like the man who wanted some spotlight, he got it. Now, if anybody did get raped during that time, you know, definitely they should be prosecuted and all of that shit.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, don't act like the overall whole experience was just about women just out there getting mangled and assaulted and raped and all of that. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
That shit kind of crazy.
That shit is corny, man. It's disgusting for him to say that. So, you know, that's just my 2 cents. You know, y'all let us know how y'all feel in the comments, man. But, you know, if you got something else to say, go for it, man. I don't think mean to rant.
Nah, you good. I think that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I just think y'all should weigh in on that, because I want to hear if anybody else feels like I feel, you know, so I can see if I'm crazy or not. You know what I mean?
But one thing we got to do, we shooting and we slapping the shit out of Mark.
Slapping him.
Smack the shit out of him. You big dummy.
You big dummy, Lamont. But yeah, man, so again, y'all let us know how y'all feel about that in the comments. And please don't forget, hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
We need funds.
Allocated.
I need a new phone too, so y'all help me get a new phone.
Dang,
I'm gonna put the cash app up there.
Help. This is the Help Curtis by Phone Foundation.
You know? So yeah, man. But for episode 239, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howie.
And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.